Well, that just happened. Hi, I'm Andre and I'm a black nerd. Thank you for checking out my channel. If you like to talk about geeky pop culture, both nostalgic and new, you come to the right place. Make sure you're subscribed and also ring that bell to be notified of future videos that I make. But today I have to talk about this huge announcement that Warner Brothers made. They even made a trailer for it for HBO Max. Every movie in 2021 from Warner Brothers will be released in theaters and exclusively on HBO Max the exact same day. They're already doing that with Wonder Woman 1984. They made that announcement. I made a video about that not too long ago. And in that video, I said, once you do it with WW84, like, the door is open now. You can't really go back, you know? So it's like, everyone's not gonna be like, well, which movie is next? And Warner Bros. Was like, all of them. Like, could you imagine that executive meeting? One person was probably like, Mr. Warner, Mr. Warner Brothers, we're trying to decide which one of these movies we want to put out theatrically and which ones we should put on theatrical and HBO Max. And Mr. Warner Brothers was like, give me the list. And they're like, all right, Dune, yes. Tom and Jerry, yes. The Suicide Squad, yes. I'm noticing a pattern here, Mr. Warner Brothers. The pattern will continue. I'm sorry, Tom and Jerry. I know I keep making fun and picking on Tom and Jerry, but the whole time that they were promoting Tom and Jerry from that trailer, I was like, you cannot tell me that you need to be theatrical only when Wonder Woman 1984 is gonna be both. There's gonna probably be a lot of opinions about if this is the right thing to do, not the right thing to do. Of course, people are gonna start talking about economically, like, does it make more sense? Are these movies gonna lose money? I'm not thinking about that right now because that is comparing it to a hypothetical situation, because hypothetically, if all the movies were open and we could all go to theaters, then yeah, of course. But we are not in that situation. Realistically, not all theaters are open. We don't know when they're gonna be open fully again across the country. And even when they're open, we don't know how many people are gonna be comfortable to go back to them because of the fear of the virus coming back, deciding based on the safety outside and your personal safety that you want to have yourself. So you could see why someone like Warner Brothers would be like, well, we don't know what the future holds. What do we do with all these 2021 releases, as well as the movies that we pushed as far as we could? Solution: if there is a theater open, and we know there are some theaters in some states that are open, we know that there's some drive-ins that are out there. If there is a place to show it on the big screen, we have it. But if you're one of those people where you're in an area where you can't go, or you just have the personal choice that you don't want to go, HBO Max is now your option. HBO Max, man, this is great for them. Like there's no question about it. This is one of the greatest advertisements that HBO Max could have. And I'm sure if theaters are open internationally, wherever they are, that they will have their chance to get the movie as well. The only place I could see that could be a problem is anywhere that does not have HBO Max and also doesn't have theaters. I mean, obviously for these movies, it's a bummer because a lot of people might end up seeing these movies at home, and I'm sure with some of the directors, some of the people that worked on these films, the idea was that you would see this on the big screen. And in a lot of the cases with some of these films that they listed, I would like to see them on the big screen, but I think that if it means just being able to see it, getting it out there, and this is the option that has to be, then that's what it has to be. Because again, we have to look at the realistic option. These movies got to get out there, man. Or at least that's how Warner Brothers feels. They're like, we got to get these movies out there. We got another Matrix. I love that they just dropped logos to movies that they haven't even gotten trailers for yet, just to let you know they coming to. Like, they showed a little clip of Dune, a little clip of the Suicide Squad, but I love that right at the end, they're like, oh, by the way, Mortal Kombat. They're like, well, you ain't even mentioned that yet. Mortal Kombat. Oh, by the way, another Matrix. What? Space Jam. What? You ain't even got trailers for these. These are just logos. Yeah, we just let you know we got them. Same day. The other thing about this, man, please pardon my French. This is some straight up, as they say, gangsta shit. This is some straight up gangster right here. Because Warner Brothers, they dropped this. They dropped this so hard. And now every other studio's gotta be like, damn, Warner, why you gotta do that to us? You know the mouse, the minions, they all like, really? Vin Diesel had his car parked, like, we'll bring you out in 2021 for family. And then they're like, what? What did Warner Brothers do? It's a perfect Vin Diesel and everything. And if Warner Brothers really wanted to screw with the other studios, they could pull out one of those like very sweet emotional statements. You know, one of those like, in these unprecedented times, we don't know what the future will hold for the theater-going experience. And although we absolutely love the theaters, we know that there's some Americans out there that maybe want to still watch our quality films in the safety of their own home. So we are wanting to make sure that we do this service, provide this opportunity for people to choose that whether they want to see it in the theater or at home, that they can see it whichever way that they choose to in the safety that they choose to be, because we care about all of you. on the back of their mind going, that HBO Max money is coming. They could totally put out a sentimental statement being like, we doing it to care about you, but what they really just did is go, we did it. Go, go, go. Who's next? Here's the thing. It plays out one of two ways. Either they're the only one that does it, so now every single time someone from Disney or Sony or Universal or Lionsgate get interviewed, some executive gets interviewed, they're always gonna bring up, you know that a reporter's gonna always bring up, well, HBO Max and Warner Brothers doing this whole same day thing. Have you ever considered that for Disney Plus? Have you ever considered that for Paramount Plus? CBS All Access? Like, that's gonna be the question now for everything. Because it was easy to do it with like a movie. Like, oh, let's do a family film. Let's put a Scoob out there. Let's put a Soul out there. Let's put a SpongeBob out there. Doing it for Wonder Woman is like, oh, hey, it's Christmas Day. Let's be nice. But when you go every movie, now it's like, now, are we still gonna pick and choose? Like, they put that pressure on everybody else to now have to make the decision. So they're either out there by themselves and they're always gonna be the topic of talking about movies. Even if they're talking to other studios, they're gonna have to mention the Warner Brothers HBO Max situation, so that's more discussion about you. Or the other option is they set off the chain effect where because they did it, then Disney, Universal, Paramount, Sony, everybody else is all like, well, I guess we gotta do it too, and everybody does it, and then it ends up being back to status quo where everyone's on the same playing field. Either way, we either get more press or everybody come to our level. What you gonna do? Gangsta shit! Because now, the next time Disney might wanna think about charging you $30 for the next film that they may wanna try to do the Mulan route, everyone's gonna be like, HBO Max, all I gotta pay for is an HBO Max subscription. When they decide they wanna keep pushing Fast and Furious and Bond further and further out, people be like, why? Because Warner Brothers HBO Max said, same day. Gangsta shit. I'm not necessarily saying, hey, way to go, you know, pat on the back. I'm just saying that this is a power move and it's a very interesting one, and I'm really curious to see what's going to happen as a result. Now, the really big question is, how does this affect the theaters? Honestly, yeah, I'm concerned for the theaters because if enough people get comfortable with watching mainstream big budget movies at home because they can, it's gonna be hard to turn back. Even if we get to a point where everything is back to the way it was, like you can go anywhere you want to, no problem, the theaters are wide open. There is still gonna be a number of people that are gonna go, yeah, but I had it same day at home before, now I'm supposed to go somewhere and see it. Like, there's gonna be people like that. We don't wanna think that there will be people like that, especially if you're one of these people that love movies, love going to the theater. I get it. But there's gonna be some times where there's gonna be some people who are like, nah, I'll wait, because I'm used to that same day thing. You can't just take that back. Like, that's a thing now. You can't just take that back. So we'll see what happens. It'll be very interesting. But, man, you know, if you got stock in, in AMC or Regal or any of them, boy, woo, this must not be a fun day. I haven't looked at the stocks, but I can't imagine. Godzilla vs. Kong, I want to see that in the theater. I hope theaters are good to go because I need that destruction on the IMAX screen. I mean, my TV is nice and all, but I'm just saying, it's Godzilla and King Kong, man. Oh well. So what do you think about all this? Do you think that this is a good idea? Do you think that this is our inevitable future? Are you excited about this? Are you bummed out about this? Do you think that this could lead to the new normal of watching movies at home? What movies will you watch at home? And what movies do you think that you still might hold out and be like, maybe the theater, if any? Let me know. Thank you for watching this video. If you like what you see here, I hope you are subscribed and you check out other videos that I make. I love you like a play cousin. I'm Audi 5000.